Hey everybody, it's your girl Chanel here. What it do? What it do? Um, I'm at work and I have a split day today. A split day is where you come in and you do one route for a certain amount of time. It could be 1 hour, it could be 2 hours. And then you go to another location, like another train station, and then you do another route for the rest of the day. So I just finished doing one route, and let me just tell you, I realize this job is very dangerous. And it kind of puts me in the mind of what police officers go through when they're dealing with the public. You come across a lot of people with a lot of mental illnesses. They could be messed up with drugs, or they could just be mentally ill, you know? And how I came to this realization is I'm on the bus, I'm driving. The first guy, I picked him up. There was a few people on the bus. I picked up a guy, and he's up. I won't say he's homeless. I don't want to profile nobody, but he had a lot of stuff with him that he was carrying around that appeared to be kind of looked like, he may not have had a home. So he gets on the bus, and I saw a guy right before he got on the bus give him some money. Excuse me. So he gets on the bus, and he's, pulling out his money. And he's like, I'm going to have to pay. So he takes all these boxes and bags, and he goes and sits them down, and then he comes back, and he goes to pay. And he's trying to put his money in the machine or whatever. And it's taking him a while because his dollar kept coming back out the machine because it had been rolled up. And somebody on the bus was like, getting irritated that it was taking him so long to pay for his, ride. So I already was only like 15 seconds behind schedule, but by the time he finally got all his money in, I was like, it hit the 2 minute point where I was like 2 minutes behind. So long story short, while he's putting the money in, the guy's like huffing and puffing and making sounds and stuff. So the homeless guy that got on the bus is like, I don't know why you making all those sounds. He's like, the bus is late. I looked at him like, and I didn't catch myself because, this is all kind of new to me. So I was just like, oh, actually, no, I'm not that late. He said, I ain't talking to you. I was like, ooh. I said, I know. And I just kept my mouth shut and let him finish paying. Then he went and sat down, but it took him a while to sit down too. So by the time he did, I was 2 minutes behind. So I was just driving, and I'm like, dang, this is crazy. Dude just snapped on me. I was like, I shouldn't even say it. And I'm thinking to myself, why did I even say anything? I don't know. It was just like a habit. I got to realize I'm dealing with people that are not mentally stable. Like, I don't know everybody. Everybody is not my family. Everybody's not my friend. I got to be careful. So then when everybody gets off the bus, he's the last one on the bus. And then he's getting off at his stop, and he was like, I'm sorry, Miss Bus Lady. I wasn't talking to you. It was just that he was back there huffing and puffing and stuff. And I said, okay, that's okay. And I just let him off the bus. Okay, so that means that he may not be mentally ill, but he kind of, he out there in the streets, and so it kind of make you kind of rough around the edges. It's cool. I shouldn't have said anything, but it was just like instincts, or what do you call it when something just naturally just happens? Yeah. It was just like a reflex reaction, I guess, or whatever. So then on the way back to the station, because this is my last round with this, a guy gets on the bus. He's young looking, y'all. He looked like he couldn't be no more than 20, 21 years old. He gets on the bus. He got like all this stuff on him, like the little lanyard things that you put on keychains, and then he got a necktie hanging, and he got a bunch of bags with him, and he looked like he'd been out there in the streets too. So a guy gets off the bus. He gets on the bus, and he puts all his bags and stuff down. I kept the door open because sometimes when people realize they missed their wallet, they don't got no money or whatever, they be like, oh shoot, and they get back off the bus. So sometimes I'll just leave the door open for a little while to kind of like just wait and see what they getting ready to do. So he was like, I don't know what the fuck you got that door open for. It's cold as fuck out here. I'm like, this nigga crazy. He just going off. And so I didn't say nothing. I just closed the door. He was like, you ain't got to say nothing. You can sit there and don't say nothing all you want to. Fuck you think this is? I was like, this nigga crazy. And I was just like really holding back. I was like, I'm not going to say nothing because this nigga is type crazy. And I will have to call the police on him. That we have, our transportation company does have a police department. I'm like, man, this dude crazy. So he just, the whole while, he tapped his card and he had to pay. So he was like, I'm sitting there, he's sitting there. Then he goes, that would say $247. I got another one. So I cleared that one out. He tapped another card. It was $249. He was like, I got another one. So I cleared that one out. Then he tapped this card. This one still had, you know, it was like $250. So then he pulls out this little money. And then he puts a $5 bill in. And I'm like, this nigga had money all this time. He could have been put that on the other cards too. Kind of crazy. So the whole time he doing this, he talking trash, y'all. Like just cussing. You ain't got to say shit. Don't say a motherfucking thing. Just going off. I'm like, this nigga crazy. So I'm still just not saying nothing. And then like he put the $5 in there. And he's just holding the card. And I'm like thinking to myself, if he don't tap the machine, that money is not going to register. Then he's going to probably try to blame me. I said, sir, tap your card. So he taps his card and then the money registered on it. And then he goes to sit down. And then he cussing the whole dang on time. He walking to his seat. He cussing. He's sitting back there. He cussing to my, just saying all kind of crazy stuff. I just stopped listening after a while. But he was cussing. I don't know who y'all fucking think I am. Blah, blah, blah. Just cussing like he's possessed. There's something really wrong with him. And he cussed all the way back to the train station. Cussed all the way getting off the bus and everything. Just cussing, saying crazy stuff. I'm like, man, it's a lot of people out here with mental illnesses. This job is really dangerous. I really felt like I was on high alert with him because he's mentally unstable. Something really is wrong with him. And I'm like, what is going on in the world? What's in the water? Like, well, I ain't gonna say water because that would require everybody to be acting like him, but he done took some bad drugs and it done made him crazy. Cause his face looked pretty normal, like he don't look like it until he started talking. You like, oh, this nigga crazy. So this job that I'm doing is very dangerous. I'm really realizing that they won't allow us to carry a weapon unless it's like a little knife or something. Like, I look like trying to stab a nigga that's probably cock strong. You know, crazy people strong as hell. I ain't even got the, I'd rather shoot first before trying to, you know, tussle with some crazy person that want to put hands on me for no reason just because I'm sitting there being quiet. I wasn't saying nothing. He was just cussing me slap out. So I just don't think I'm put out for this job. I gotta find something else. First of all, they're not paying us enough money. $17.74 to put up with this, having my life in danger every day. I literally was like on high alert with this dude on the bus. Like, this is becoming a regular occurrence with dealing with the public. You come across these crazy people and you don't know what to expect with them. You got to be on alert, and that's not even healthy to be on high alert like that all the time. Like, that's not good. Not to mention, when I'm sitting and driving for a long time, my legs start acting up. Like, it's a plethora of reasons why I realized this job ain't for me. So I wanted to get my CDL. I wanted to be a bus driver. I always wanted to see what it would be like to be a bus driver. Now I see what it's like, and it ain't for me. I mean, I love driving a bus, don't get me wrong. That is fun. Driving that big old vehicle is like a highlight. It's fun. I'm always like, you know, trying to see if I can maneuver this, if I can this sharp turn. Let's see how I'm gonna do that. Like, I enjoy the challenge of driving the vehicle. However, I do not like dealing with crazy people, disrespectful people, rude people. You know, I'm a very happy-go-lucky type of person. I'm very friendly. I can't deal with all this negativity that it requires you to put up with when driving a public transportation bus, a city bus. It ain't for me. Anyway, I just wanted to vent, tell y'all some more crazy stories about having my CDL and driving these buses out here. This is really dangerous. I'm definitely in the market to look for another position in the company. Maybe go do some office work, or maybe I'll train drivers. I don't know. I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna talk to them, and if they ain't trying to come with me with nothing else for me to do other than stick it out like they've been telling me, just stick in there, just hang in there, just you're gonna do it, you're gonna be okay. Oh, you know, this company got benefits, you're not gonna find that anywhere. That's a lie. I have applied to several other companies. They also have really good benefits, the same or better, or the, you know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't the only company that I could do. I could drive buses or drive Class B vehicles, you know? I don't know, you guys. We're gonna see what's gonna happen. I don't know if this is for me. This is definitely something that I feel strongly about. I gotta find something else. This ain't gonna work. They're gonna have to put me in another department at the company, or I'm gonna have to leave. Anyway, you guys, tell me what you think about my crazy story dealing with the crazy public. It makes me just really realize that police officers come out here every day and they have to put up with stuff like that. Imagine if I had a gun. Oof, I would have been on alert. I would have had my hand on the gun. Like, this nigga crazy. So that makes me realize what cops go through. And I really never was one to really like cops, because I've seen them do a lot of bad things. But now I realize it's because they're afraid. They people just like we're people. But some of them do just be abusing their power too. So anyway, you guys, thank you for watching my video. Like, subscribe, share, comment. Peace.